All right, welcome, my peeps. Thank you for joining Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your Pisces morning quickie. How does your person feel? We're going to draw for the general energies first. And I want to get a few of those out there. We do have Pisces water sign in the center. I like to represent my element. All right, so we do get a sense of some of our Pisces and or the person they're connecting to is feeling trapped. There's another group of you that may feel like your partner has secret accounts, or perhaps your person feels this about you and maybe they're being nosy, looking into your stuff. We do have a group of you that are relying on your faith, your healing, your meditation. Good on you. And you're praying for guidance in this connection. And there's another group of you that are running, maybe running from the connection, but this is an inverse, so you're not doing it yet. So when a card is an inverse, for me, it starts to come full circle toward the end of the week. So in the next 7 days, your person or you may start to feel a little escapism, wanting to get out of here. So that's what we've got going on for different groups of you. I'm gonna go ahead and put that energy here. Hopefully you can see it. And I put that one there. Yeah, you can kind of see that there. Okay, so now we're going to jump into our tarot. Now we are a brand new channel, so comment with what you like and resonate with. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Pisces. While I was meditating, I was getting trains, planes, and automobiles. I was seeing a train passing. I was seeing garbage trucks, garbage cans. I don't know what's going on with you, Pisces, but maybe one of you or both of you have a lot on your mind in terms of traveling or in terms of your business. Maybe you are maybe you travel for your business, traveling salesman, or you're a garbage truck man, or maybe garbage cans is some sort of symbol between the two of you, which is really odd, but I don't know. That's what I'm getting. All right, so what we have here for the overall feelings. Now remember, this is a general, so Pisces, this is your energy, but because it is what your person is feeling, this could also be the Pisces person. So for cross watchers, this will be what your Pisces is feeling, or perhaps what you're feeling. So we do have a sense of wish fulfillment, but it's been a struggle, but they don't want to quit. There's a resistance toward quitting. They want to kind of see this through, see where it goes. So there's a positive energy that we have here. In the communication sector, we get a sense of a lot of communication about love and moving forward, expanding in this relationship. And maybe that's where we get the planes, trains, and automobiles. You're going somewhere, you're making things happen. This card is all about making things happen, growth, maturity, looking into your future. What does this love have for your future? This may feel very strong, or at least you're communicating a sense of this feeling strong for you. It might feel like a soulmate or soul twin connection for you. This card is a lot about choices in love. So because it's paired with the card of expanding and moving forward, which comes after planning and choices, you might be making a choice in love or trying to decide, is this my soulmate? I'm not sure. Maybe you're wondering that, but you do have a strong sense of wish fulfillment for this person. So let's go ahead and look at what are we focused on? What is your Pisces focusing on? Sometimes we're focusing on the connection. Sometimes we're focusing on things outside the connection. All right, and what's hidden? We do have our Knight of Wands. And let's get an advice card. All right, so in our communication sector, I also want to draw some personal messages. This one wants to come out. And let's get a couple of more. All right. And let's go ahead and draw a confession message. Okay. So we are getting in the communication sector. I'm grateful that you came into my life. So that's a wonderful feeling. It makes me happy to see you thriving, even though it's without me. So for some of you, you may feel like this person is, you know, leaving your connection, but you have a happy sense that, you know, I'm glad that you're thriving even though it's without me. And that's a really healthy perspective because you have a lot of emotion for this person, even though there's a sense of struggle in this connection too. And for some of you, you're just really grateful that this person came into your life, and you might be going through periods of faith and healing and meditation, because we do have that energy being picked up as well. For others of you, I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. So that might resonate for some of you. This person might have secret accounts and they're distracting themselves because they're trying to avoid thinking about you. Or this person might feel trapped. A lot of times when people feel trapped, they try to distract themselves in different ways. So that might be for this energy over here. And let's go ahead and I'll keep it here because then you can see it. Okay, so in our focusing area, the Pisces, and remember, because this is a general, it could be that Pisces person is focusing on what the opportunities are around them that have been missed. They're in a place of, so their communications are all about wanting to move forward and engage, and they're focusing on their future. And they're focusing on the things that they withdrew from, they ignored, or they denied. And they're not wanting to deny those things or ignore those things or withdraw from these things anymore, whatever they were. They're focusing on, how can I be courageous? How can I show up for myself? How can I show up for being authentic, for who I am? And not ignore and withdraw from the connection. And so they're focusing on how they can do that. And they're communicating what they want in the future, how they want to expand and grow in this love, because they don't want to quit it. There's a strong sense of not wanting to quit this connection, and there's a lot of emotions here. So what's blocked is the Knight of Wands. So this has a lot to do with motivation and desire, passion. Sometimes this often has to do with intimacy, and so there might be some sort of passionate emotional blockage in your connection this week where even though you're trying to not ignore and deny and withdraw from the connection, there's a blockage in your motivation, which is why there's a certain amount of withdrawal. So that might be why there's struggle, because you're trying to push through. And this will definitely resonate with those who are in the group of feeling trapped, and or if your partner does, then you might have a sense of struggling to push through even though you love this, and withdrawing or denying things. Often when we feel trapped, we avoid things. But your person is trying to, well, the Pisces is, and so if you're the cross watcher, your person, your Pisces, or Pisces' person, because this is a general, it might be their energy, is trying to unblock themselves from feeling trapped, from trying to avoid, from running. They're trying to get into their authentic side. They're trying to get into their strength, and they're trying to be there in the connection. But they do feel a sense of blockage this week. So the advice is to just let that struggle go. Let the struggle, release it, let it go. The 10 is all about the ending of a cycle. So this struggle, whatever it was, the 10 comes after the 9 and the 1s. The struggle that you're feeling, sometimes you need to let go, let God, focus on the light, focus on your future, which it sounds like you're talking about in your communications, and you'll be able to push through this energy, okay? So we do have an animal spirit advice card. You know, I love my animals. And so we're going to go ahead and draw for an advice card for our Pisces and see. All right. We do get a newborn butterfly, a renewal, transformation, and adaptability. Brilliant harbinger of change. Release me from own dark crystals. So yeah, this is very much about a metamorphosis and just being reborn. And so walking away from that struggle energy, you need to focus on being that newborn butterfly so that you can make your life happen and fly into your future, and where you want to grow and expand in this connection. This is a beautiful butterfly energy over a Lovers and 3 of Wands. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read the numbers because, you know, I love that. If you've been watching, our universe does speak to us numerically and through music, signs, symbols, synchronicity, the golden mathematics, sacred geometry. So I do like to see the numerological energy that's also helping us, as well as the animal spirit guidance. Okay, we do get 9 and 9, which is 18, and that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 and 8 is 21, which is 3. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 and 10 is 16. That makes 7. This makes 10. This makes 16. So that makes 7. So let's go ahead and look at what our advice is and our encouragement for our number 3. So every number has a different value of energy. And so this energy of this reading is all about reevaluating, reflecting, using your wisdom, your intuition. You might need to go into solitude, have some rest. On the 7th day, God rested. There's a desire to change, to move forward, but you're not moving quite yet. You're considering what to do, which is beautiful because that's exactly what your animal spirit energy is too. It's all about transforming, and it's a brilliant harbinger of change. You're not quite doing that yet, but that is the advice energy. And so you're moving forward and you're making positive momentum through any blockages that you're having that are holding you back, any lack of motivation, any withdrawal, struggle, and you're being encouraged to let those things go and come out the other end, your newborn butterfly. Okay, so that's your reading. Remember to take what resonates, leave the rest. And this is your Pisces weekly, and thank you for joining, and we will see you next week. There is 1 sign per week for the weeklies. Please check our schedule. We do a reading every day, so I'll see you around. Hi, thank you for joining my peeps. This is called Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. So this is your Aquarius morning quickie about your person's feelings. Since this is the Aquarius read, this is focused on the Aquarius. So cross watchers can get more information, but also because it's a general, the energy can also be who the Aquarius is connected to. So this is about Aquarius and Aquarius's partner. Let's get a couple more general energies. Oh, sorry. That wasn't an earthquake. That was the camera. All right, so we do get a sense for some of you in the Aquarius group for the next 7 days, you are losing sleep. You're worried and replaying events. You're thinking, overthinking. You're wondering if they're thinking about you. For other people in the Aquarius group, we get a sense of karmic ties. So karmic ties will be involved somehow in the next 7 days in the connection with your significant other. For some of you, you feel fucked up over you. You feel like this has really done a number on you. You're not really sure where to go from here. You're all up in your head. And for another group of you, you're closing this cycle. So whatever cycle this is, if it's the karmic cycle, you might be ending it and moving into a brand new beginning that's more beautiful with this person, or you might be closing this relationship out altogether. So there are different situations that each of my beautiful aquas are in. By the way, I am also an aqua, so I feel you, my aquas. I do like to represent each element here, and we're a brand new channel, so comment with what you like, and don't be shy. Let us know what you think, and thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our aquas. This is for the next 7 days, and it's most likely going to be your romantic partner, as it is with your you versus them. But it doesn't have to be. It can be a business partner or a friend or family. But it's going to be a significant connection for you in the next 7 days. Most likely from your soul tribe. Let's go ahead and get some communication energy. All right. Okay, so for our feeling space, aquas, you are feeling this way, or perhaps your person is. There are conflicts, perhaps conflict resolution that needs to take place in the connection that has to do with the way that you are feeling or your partner's feeling that is not being expressed. There are emotions that are not being expressed, and it's causing a rift in the connection, whether it's spoken or unspoken, whether you guys are in connection or in separation or silence mode. And it's making it feel like there are conflicts within this connection, whether you guys are speaking or arguing about it or not. Conflict resolution is something that is on your mind. You're wanting to resolve, but because there is an ambiguity around the situation or the relationship or the emotions, it looks like that, you know, that's at your forefront. What are you feeling? What are you hiding? What are, you know, is it going to cause conflict in this relationship? So in the communication sector, the Aquarius is a feeling and or their person. They want to make movement. They have desire, motivation, but they're not really sure what to do. They're of two minds about what to do in the communication. Do I communicate? Do I not communicate? Do I say this? Do I say that? There's a lot of motivation and desire to communicate, but your Aqua is just not really sure what to say. So let's go ahead and get some messages here. And thank you, Divine Creator, for guiding us, our Aquas. All right, and let's go ahead and get a confession card. Sometimes there are other things that need to be said. All right. Okay, so what we do get is, I'm afraid you will forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. So there's a sense of there's a lot going on in your partner's life, and that maybe they'll forget about you, or maybe you just haven't been communicating. So this could have to do with your partner. Maybe your partner feels like, I'm afraid, Aquas, you're going to forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you because, you know, I haven't been communicating, or I haven't been there for you, or I've been hiding my emotions. So there's a sense of that in the communication sector. Either you or your person is kind of feeling this way. I'm trying to become the better version of myself for you. Aw. So this could be Aquas, or it could be your person. And of course, this could be related to people who have karmic ties. They're trying to overcome them and become a better person. They might be losing sleep, worrying about things and trying to get over it. We do have a sense of, my focus is on my life. I can't be bothered to worry about you right now. So for some of you, it might be causing you to feel worried because you're not hearing from your person, or a cycle is closing out in this relationship because they're really just focusing on their life right now. Of course, you might feel fucked up over this person if you guys had something great, and right now they're just, you know, in a different space about the relationship. We do have a sense of, I feel unbalanced and uneasy. I don't know what to do to fix it. It could be coming from you or your person. Karmic ties, fucked up over you, losing sleep. That might resonate with any of these groups. So let's go ahead and dive into our focus. What are Aquas and or the Aquas person focusing on these next 7 days? All right, we do get a sense of the Aquas just wanting to focus on the stability, the commitments, the security, the things that are making them feel good and happy, their family, the people that are showing up for them. What else are the Aquas focusing on? On the love, the partnership, the connection, the things that are beautiful and good about this connection. The security that can be brought in because of this partnership that probably feels like a soulmate. Some sort of strong soul tie, soul connection. So that's beautiful, Aquas. Let's go ahead and see what's hidden. All right, what's hidden is a new beginning. There will be a new beginning in this connection. Something new will start. This will make a lot of sense for you who are in the group of closing this cycle. So some of you are closing out this relationship and starting something completely new. For those of you that are in separation, it may be that the separation cycle is closing out and you're going into a new chapter with your person. So let's go ahead and see the advice. Let's just get one for the advice, Spirit, please. Divine Creator, thank you for your guidance. And we have action. So in this space here, this also speaks about communication, telepathy. The wands are our lightest energy. But this did come out in the inverse. So this is about taking a pause on the connection, taking a pause on action, taking a pause on that telepathic connection if you have one, which you might because it's a strong soul tie, and just taking a breather. So these next 7 days are about taking a breather and just focusing on the people that are showing up for you, the love that's there in the connection, the love that you feel for, you know, your family, the things that are secure and stable, your money, and just focusing on those things and not really doing too much in terms of action or communication or getting all up into your intuitions about this connection. Give it a breath, give it a breather, because what you don't see coming is a new beginning, and you don't want to block that new beginning by taking action too quickly. That's premature. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw for our animal spirit card. I do love drawing our animal spirit guidance because animals are so wonderful and speak to us in this world, guiding us and helping as well. So for the next 7 days, the animal spirit energy of advice. That one just slid out. It's all about the patient turtle. Yeah, we were just talking about taking a pause. So your advice is being patient, like the patient turtle. Endurance, commitment, and serenity come with patience. Strengthen your connection to the earth. Pay attention to the connection to yourself, to source, to the earth, and be patient like the turtle. Take a pause on your communications, your intuitional connections, your psychic connections, and on any action. Let things naturally unfold. Let's go ahead and look at our numbers. You know I love that. And that always has guidance. We've got 18, which is 9, and 5 is 14, which is 5. 15 is 6, 7, 8. 8 and 8 is 16, which is 7, 7, 8, 9. And 9 and 5 is 14, which is 5. Okay, so the energetic number that is being communicated right now has to do with new cycles, which is what one group is definitely encountering, closing out a cycle and starting up a new cycle. A new cycle will be most likely occurring for every group, but you may not be closing out something from the past. You may take karma with you if these things aren't resolved. So 3 groups are probably taking karma with them into their new cycle, but one group is closing out karma from one cycle and not taking it into their new cycle. But the number 5 is all about versatility and new cycles, changes, having the courage to confront things because you're going to be facing obstacles, challenges, and instability. And that is what we get in our feelings card. It's all about the obstacles and the challenges and being able to overcome these things, even though there's tension here. And so the advice, of course, is to be patient, go into prayer, meditation, reconnect with your soul, your source, your higher self, your own spirit, to know what to do. Okay? And thank you for joining me. If this resonates with you, your soul frequency is similar to my readings. We are brand new. Please like, share, subscribe to help us grow. Check out the description to see what we do. We post every day except Saturdays, which are the last Saturday of the month. We do a soul journey reading. Blessings, and see you next time. Hi, my Cappies. Thank you for joining Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is your Capricorn morning quickie, and it's all about your person's feelings. While I was meditating, I was getting Tough Enough. That song, can you be tough enough? Is it tough? Are you tough enough? I'm not even singing it right, but for those that know the song, you can put it in the comments. Right now we're going to do general readings or general energies. And because I am reading for Capricorn, we are going to be doing our earth. I like doing the element in the center. So there's a certain group of you in the next 7 days that are going to pop the question to the person you're with, or that person's going to pop the question to you. Well, that's exciting. So there's a group of you that have marriage coming. There's another group of you that feel like you're in a spell of love. This love is putting you into a spell of love. There are a couple other groups of you, though, that felt like you were going round and round in cycles and triggers and lessons, and you're just going round and round. And you may be coming out of that over these next 7 days. For those that were not feeling that way, you may be going through some cycles and feel like it's going around and around, and when will it end? You may be starting some cycles that are going to go around and around the next 7 days. We also have some of you who may be coming out of sex addictions, and you are now taking responsibility for your emotional and sexual state in the relationship. And for some of you, you may be feeling like you're going into that state where this is so passionate. By the end of the 7 days, you feel like, oh my gosh, this relationship's all about sex. I can't get enough of this person. So we do have a couple of different groups. See what resonates for you. This is a general. So we are also a brand new channel. Comment with what you like and what resonates with you. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to us and to our Cappies. We're going to go ahead and draw energy for the feeling space and communication space. This is for the way the Capricorn is feeling. So if you are a cross watcher, this is how your Cappy is feeling. But because it's a general, remember, the energy can be flipped. So it could also be what the Cappy's partner is feeling. So take what resonates for you. Wow. Okay, feeling space. All right. We've got our feelings here for our Capricorns. Our Capricorns are going through a lot of changes. There is something significant on the horizon in this connection, which makes sense for a lot of you who feel like you're going around and around, or you will be going around and around. And for a lot of you who feel like you're in a sleep spell with love. And for those who are going to be having a marriage, this is also a tower moment for you. So a lot of groups of you are going to be going through powerful changes this week, emotionally or in the physical realm. And you're going to be having new beginnings that are passionate, that feel like your soul is connected strongly to this person. And even those who are going toward a sex addiction with this person, it might be because you're feeling really, really connected and tied to this person. So there's a strong sense of, oh my gosh, everything is so possible in this relationship. We can do anything. There's so much passion and desire. And there's also a significant change that is occurring. This connection is disrupting my life because it's just so life-changing. So Cappies, you are going through a strong period in this next 7 days. What do we get in our communications? We do have a strong emotional sense in our communications. Capricorns and or your person, you're wanting to communicate everything that you're feeling to your person. And you're also grateful that that person is able to hold you up and be there for you. And you feel like that person is able to give you the emotional support you need. And you're wanting to communicate. So for those that are going to be popping the question or getting this from their person, there may be some talk around that in terms of contracts or going to court, or, you know, to have the marriage, like elope, or what do we do? Do we have it in a church? For others, justice may be served in terms of feeling like you're going around and around in your cycles with this person, and some sort of justice will be served around that, in terms of what's fair to dish out between the two of you. If you feel like you guys just keep talking around the same things, and it's like, okay, I'm doing the dishes in the morning, you make the bed, and then they're not doing it, and you're like, come on, you need to do that because I'm doing this. If you guys just keep going around the same topics over and over, there's some sort of justice that's going to be served, some fairness to be dished out over the next 7 days, a communication that you want to have or your partner wants to have with you in terms of balancing this out so that you guys can share this love. So this is really beautiful for most of you. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into our personalized communication. Something your person wants to say to you, maybe hasn't, or what you want to say to your person. All right, we do get an I miss you. Your person might say, I miss you this week, or you might say that to them. Confirmation for some. And I am grateful that you have come into my life. Wow, you just got a lot of good stuff going on for you the next 7 days. And let's go ahead and see what we have for confessions. If anything can pop out there. All right, we do have it in the inverse. I'm finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. So this is in the inverse. So this means that this person has come to the point where they're able to accept your love and they're able to see their worth. Or that they may be coming to that point by the end of the 7 days. So yeah, beautiful. Let's go ahead and get some more energy for our focus. What are our Cappies focused on the next 7 days? All right, we do get the Judgment card. Yeah, your energy is very spiritual this week, which makes sense because you have love, sex addiction, marriage, Queen of Cups. All right, what do you not see coming? Okay, and advice. Okay, so what we are focusing on at Capricorns, it looks like you are thinking, you're spending time thinking, taking time to yourself to regroup, focus on yourself, and really just tap into your soul, what it is that you are wanting. You're trying to just listen to yourself. That's what you're focusing on. You're trying to listen to yourself to know what to do. So that you can stay balanced, which is really smart because you've got a lot of big changes coming, whether it's emotionally where you just feel like you're spellbound in love, or if it's because of marriage proposals, or if it's just cycles that keep going round and round in your relationship and you just want it to resolve. But even if you're so lucky and you're becoming sex addicted, You're wanting a sense of balance in yourself. So this is also the advice for your next 7 days. Remember to spend time with yourself, rebalance yourself, connect to your soul, your spirit, listen to your guides, and that is going to help you through. What you don't see coming is you have a crossroads. You can go this way or that way. You can say yes to this question or no. You know, and for all of you, there's going to be some sort of crossroads. You know, you're going to come to a point where, do I continue in these cycles or not? And for those that are really on the love side of it and the emotional side, there might be a roller coaster there in the background, or something that, you know, you need to think about. Like maybe it's taking too much of your time away from your work. Do I spend more time with this person, or do we need to make a decision about balancing something out? There's some sort of balance that needs to take place, and it's going to be, you know, you're going to be all up in your head about it. And you don't want it to block your movement, because this can become a blockage. It is in your what you don't see, and it's in your blockage space. So it can become a blockage where you get stuck in your head and you're not really sure what to do. So the advice has a lot to do with making choices and figuring out what's realistic, and not getting swept away with the fantasy of things. And so this is really important for all of you in any group that you're in, to not get swept away in the fantasy of the things that are happening, but focus on what's real in the connection, what this person's realistically offering you, and what you guys can do moving forward. So that's in your advice. Let's go ahead and take an animal spirit advice. You know, I love the animal spirit, love the animals, and they are great guardians and guides. So the energy that we get for the advice has to do with the wise crocodile, confidence, self-discovery instinct. You need to tap into your feelings. Yeah, that's exactly what this information here is all about. It's about getting in touch with yourself, spending time with yourself, tapping into your feelings, tapping into your spirit, so that you can figure out what it is that you are wanting. So be a wise crocodile, and that's going to help you push through the decision that you need to make. It's not a good idea ever to make a decision when you're not in a place of feeling good about the decision you're making. So you have to come to a resolve about that first. And what's going to help you with that is looking at what's real, not the emotional sector of fantasy, and tapping into what you're really feeling about the situation and not getting swept away. So let's go ahead and look at our numbers. The numerological value always has great energetic information. So we've got 16, which is 7, 8, 28 is 10, 19, that's 10, 11, 12 is 3, 10, 21 brings us to 3, 3 and 3 is 6. So the energetic advice is all about balancing yourself, harmonizing, the ability of a person to transcend difficulties through balancing yourself and harmonizing yourself and finding peace. So that's exactly what all these cards are about, and the advice and your justice is all about harmonizing and balancing yourself so that you are able to make that decision and feel comfortable moving forward about it. Okay, so that is what we have for you, and thank you so much for joining. If this resonates with your soul frequency, then yours is similar to my readings. We are brand new, so please like, share, subscribe to help us grow. Comment on what you like and what you resonate with, And check out the description to see what we do. We do post every day except Saturdays, and that is the last Saturday of every month. We have a soul journey reading, but other than that, we don't post on Saturday. So blessings. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.